Blessings, a community of spouses. Listen, Coach T want to start you off with some word this morning. And we're going to start in John chapter 15, verses 1 to 8. And it says, I am the true vine, and my Father is the gardener. He cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit, while every branch that does bear fruit, he prunes, so that it will be even more fruitful. You are already clean because of the word I have spoken to you. Remain in me as I also remain in you. No branch can bear fruit by itself. It must remain in the vine. Neither can you bear fruit unless you remain in me. I am the vine, you are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. If you do not remain in me, you are like a branch that is thrown away and withers. Such branches are picked up, thrown into the fire, and burns. If you remain in me and my words remain in you, ask whatever you wish, and it will be done for you. This is to my Father's glory that you bear much fruit, showing yourselves to be my disciples. Today's topic of this video is after. 1 Peter 5 and 10 said, and after you have suffered a little while, the God of all grace, who has called you to his eternal glory in Christ, will himself restore, confirm, strengthen, and establish you. Listen, spouses, God said, it is finished. It is finished. It is finished. But just because it is finished, just because God has restored your marriage, just because God has brought your home back to a healthy place, just because God has brought your spouse back home, just because things are going into a forward direction, that does not mean that the work is not done. That does not mean that the work is not done. Your marital trials, your marital circumstances was only a stepping stone for what God is wanting to do to you. Let's go back to John 15, verse 2. And he says, he cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit, while every branch that does bear fruit, he prunes, so it will be even more fruitful, even more fruitful. After things are back in a forward direction, God is saying, we're going to do this all over again. You have been promoted. This is promotion. When pruning time comes, it's a time of promotion. And it's a time for God to do his radical in your life, his radical. You have shown yourself faithful. You have shown yourself that you are willing and able to do what he has called you to do. And your marital restoration is just the beginning. Your marital restoration